The Toad That Crossed the Road, a poem by French Louis. Once upon a time not too long ago, there was a toad who crossed the road. He was doing one thing, and then one day he was like, I'm going to run for president and change the mold. Now this toad I speak of was bold. He said, we're going to build a wall because his road was being bought up and sold. This toad was not young. He was actually going to retire, play golf, and just hang out in Florida where it's not too cold. But then he decided to try and fix the world's problems because they're intentional and everyone else just folds. So he challenged the kings of old. And he won. He crossed the road into politics. The campaign was fun. Make America Great Again, Lying Ted, Low Energy Jeb, and Hillary for prison is what some people said. So now the kings of old had to put a crown on someone else's son. Now this toad became a prince, and the people started to believe, even though the newsman continued to call him mean. From war, we began to wean. He stopped the fighting in Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, and peace became the new foreign policy lean. And then there was money flowing. The stock market ticker went from red to green. But people still were upset. All across the country there were riots seen. This is where the toad made a big mistake. See, I used to think everything on TV was fake. It seems like he works for the bad guys. He didn't arrest anyone or call in the troops. They took over 7 city blocks in Seattle. This is way more than just political hate. They're trying to build a global state. Microchips in everyone will be our fate. New laws controlled by a world court. Freedom is at checkmate. But this toad said no, it's not too late. And then he set out to battle the deep state. But then they won, and he didn't fight back, or he just sat back and played counterattack. 3 weeks before the pandemic, there was a $50 billion trade deal, and the plan was sacked. The world order won. I get it, they lie and report fake facts. But this is a war. They literally throw flaming bottles of gas, bombs, on American soil. Then they hide behind the cops as the flames hit the floor. They're communist and they're hardcore. But we're not allowed to fight back. We just have to go inside and lock the door. And then through propaganda like the Purge, these communists are encouraged to break in and take more. As attacks on the Second Amendment soar, surrender is the moniker. And I feel like this toad did. Or is he in on it? He appointed that doctor, then he ignores his supporters like they're a little kid. We don't want your medicine. Why do you continue to hire people who swore to never let you win? Then they ignore the mules that stuffed the ballot boxes and slammed the lid. They laughed at him. Then they threw him away. The Democratic protesters literally threw rocks at him. Republicans went to jail while Democrats got caught stuffing the mail. Then they used force, so some fought back. And the newsman called us the bad guys because it's the thief they hail. And now freedom is going to fail. The worst part about it is we lost to a bunch of spoiled brats. They said, I can hit you, but you can't hit me back because I'm beta and I'm not cool enough to join your frat. And we're like, no one's hitting anyone. Just be cool and relax. They were like, no, I'm angry and I want to dominate you like the house cat who toys with the rat. If you protest and you're Republican, you're going to lose. These are the facts. For the authoritarians, there's no turning back. They have us trapped in a corner. If you call this a war, they're going to label you as a black hat. But the war has already started, and the Dems are all in. They'll hit you, and then they'll lie, like the guy in the elevator who farted. And then the newsman will call them the martyr. But there's too many of them to conquer. So the only thing we can do is explain the truth. Fighting is in vain. It won't win anything. The toad will get thrown in jail. And he was helping you get rich. Now you're poor. What are you, insane? The only thing you win is death. It's time to change your spiritual aim. I know you're addicted to videos, But stop treating people like this as a game. Beating us gets you nothing. It also makes you lame. Now there's less. There's nothing left for you to frame. Your trophy box is empty because you have no one else to blame. And that's what you live for. Now death has left its stain.